Okay, fifth graders, let's get started. We're doing Module 3, Lesson 16. This is the last lesson in your Module 3, okay? Tomorrow we'll do a little bit of review, and then we are going to take your Module 3 test on Friday. Today's lesson is all about thinking about part-to-whole relationships. We've seen this before in reading. When I ask you, how does this one part relate to the whole? It's kind of the same thing because fractions are a part of a whole. So we're going to be looking at how fractions can represent wholes, or if something is a fraction of something else, what that would look like. Okay? But first, let's take a look at your problem of the day. This is a review from yesterday's lesson because it is a word problem, a multi-step word problem involving fractions. It says Mark breaks up a 9-hour drive into 3 segments. That means altogether he has to drive for 9 hours, but he's going to stop twice so that there are 3 segments of driving. Okay. He drives 2.5 hours before stopping for lunch. That's the first stop. How long was the first segment? 2.5 hours. How long does he have to drive altogether?
9 hours.
So after driving for 2.5 hours, how much longer does he have on his drive? 6.5 hours. Good. So then he drives some more and he stops for gas. Boom. There's the second segment. How long was the second segment? We don't know how long, right? But we know that it was 1 2/3 hours longer than the first segment. Okay? And then the question is asking, how long did he drive after stopping for gas? Is that the second segment or the third segment?
Third segment.
So another way to write down what the question's asking is how long was the third segment. Right? Don't get confused. Okay, so let's draw a picture. We know all together, how long does Mark need to drive for?
9 hours.
Okay. Now, how long was the first segment?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Good. How long was the second segment? Well, it was 1 2/3 hours longer than the first segment. So what math equation could we do in order to find out how long the second segment was? Adi? Very good. 2.5 plus 1 2/3. And then we're trying to find out how long the third segment is. So if we can find out how long this is, could we subtract that from 9 in order to find out what's remaining? Good. So what is the math equation we need to do in order to find that total? Well, we're doing 2.5 plus 2 1/2 plus 1 2/3. This is a multi-term equation. Just like we did a couple lessons ago, let's look at the terms and see if there's anything we can combine together first to make it easy for ourselves. Do we notice anything that fits together nicely? Maham?
2 1/2 and 2 1/2.
Yeah, we know that 2.5 plus 2.5 is?
5.
So this is 5 plus 1 2/3. Hey, I can do that in my head, can't I? What does that equal?
6 2/3.
6 2/3. Very good. So then I just have to take my whole drive, which is 9, and I take away the part that's already been done, 6 2/3. And then I should be able to find out how much is left. So I can do 9 minus 6 is 3. But then what do I have to do? Is 3 going to be my final answer?
No.
I still have to take away 2/3, right? So if I take away 2/3 from 3, what is left? 2 1/3. And what is my units? Hours. Good. So he still has to drive for 2 1/3 hours. Okay, today we're going to be drawing ribbons. Okay, it's just another word of tape, a tape diagram, really. Okay, now for today's questions, these part-to-whole relationships are oftentimes modeled in word problems. Okay, and we have to use tape diagrams to help us draw these relationships out. It's really easy once you draw pictures. If you don't draw pictures and try to make sense of what the words mean inside your head, it gets really confusing. Okay, so it's going to ask you to draw one ribbon. Now, the piece shown here is only 1/4 of the whole. So if I have to complete the drawing to show the whole ribbon, is the whole ribbon going to be longer or shorter than this piece right here? Longer. Because it says that this piece shown is only 1/4 of the whole. So if I were to take it and duplicate it and put it here, now how many fourths do I have?
2/4.
Otherwise known as
1/2.
1/2, right? Because this is only 1/4 and this is only 1/4. So I need to add another fourth. Oops. And another fourth in order to end up with 4/4, because 4/4 equals 1 whole. So there's my picture of the entire ribbon. Okay, this is a pretty simple example. What about this one down here? It says to please draw one ribbon, but this time the piece shown is 6/7 of the whole. If this is 6/7, I have to divide it into 6 equal pieces to show how big 1/7 is. Do you guys agree? Yeah. Because it tells me I have 6/7 here, so I'm looking at the numerator. This is 1/7, this is 1/7, this is 1/7, etc. So I'm going to label it 1/7, 1/7, 1/7, 4/7, 5/7, and 6/7. How many sevenths are in one whole?
7.
So I have to add one more piece about the size of 1/7 in order to complete the whole ribbon. What I notice is that on the top problem, when it told me that the piece shown is 1/4 of the whole, I had to really pay attention to the denominator. Well, and the numerator, because this whole piece was 1, right? And down here, when the whole thing was 6/7 of the whole, I had to first look at the numerator to divide it to see how big 1 unit was. Does that make sense? What is similar about these two problems? Addison?
They both are like complete wholes.
Yeah, they both are giving us a fraction of the whole, and they're asking us to then draw the whole. What's different about the two? Nadav?
So on the top one problem, it's the you start out with the unit and you can kind of like duplicate.
Yeah, the first one, what's given to us, this red part right here, was it was a unit fraction, 1/4. It was one of the units. But down at the bottom, the amount that was given to us, was that a unit fraction? No, it wasn't 1 unit. It was how many units?
6, 7.
6 units. Okay, so sometimes we might be given a part that's a whole unit. Sometimes we might be given a part that's multiple units. And then if we're given a part that's not a unit, we have to divide it up to see how big 1 unit really is. Let's try some more examples. Okay, this time we have to draw 2 ribbons, a ribbon A and a ribbon B. Okay, 1/4 of A is equal to all of B. So first of all, how many ribbons are we drawing? 2. How many tape diagrams then are we drawing? 2. Are they stuck together? No. Okay, and this is like those word problems where it says one thing is less than something else. You have to draw 2 tape diagrams on top of each other so you can compare them. So it doesn't really tell us much about how big A needs to be. Just go ahead and draw any size A. And you label it like this to show that this is A. Now, once we know A, that determines how big B needs to be. Because it says B is equal, 1/4 of A is equal to all of B. So let's see how big 1/4 of A would be. Okay, this is 1/4 of A. This is 1/4 of A. This is 1/4 of A. And this is 1/4 of A. So if 1/4 of A is equal to all of B, that means the whole B ribbon is only that big. Do you see how that makes sense? Right? Do you guys see what that means?
Yeah.
Now we're going to draw 3 more ribbons. C, D, and E. So we're going to have C, D, and E. 3 more ribbons. It says C is 1/3 the length of D. So what's longer, C or D? D is longer because C is 1/3 the length of D. What's another way to say that? We can say D is 3 times longer than C. Okay. And then E is 3 times the length of D. So which one of these ribbons will be the longest? E. What's another, instead of saying E is 3 times the length of D, what's another way to say that? D is 1/3 the length of E. Okay, so let's start by drawing. Okay, let's draw C first. C can be any length. But C is going to be 1/3 the length of D. So if this is the same, do you guys see how right now C and D I've drawn the exact same length? But this is only 1/3. So how do I need to complete D? I have to make it, add 2 more of them, yeah. Add 2 more C's, right? Okay, now E is 3 times the length of D. We've now drawn all of D. Here's 1 of D, right? So how do I have to draw E? I have to make 2 more of those, right? You guys can't do this on your paper, but I can make myself have more space, and I can show that here is E. Now we can see that there are 3 ribbons, C, D, and E, and C is 1/3 the length of D, And E is 3 times the length of D. Again, here we're looking at part-to-whole relationships. What part of C is D? C is 1/3 of D. How does D compare to E? D is 1/3 of E. Okay. How does A compare to B? A is 4 times as big as B. How does B compare to A? 1/4. Yeah, the size of A. So we can see these are some part-to-whole relationships.